As the call to follow your soul in alignment gets even louder and stronger as your calling is calling you, let me share a story that may resonate with you or support you in following that thread, that invisible weaving of how you're being led to follow the flow of life and to move with the current rather than to be in resistance. Because cards that came out today where you're clinging on to something, there's a tower moment, something maybe collapsing or falling. It could be even belief systems and thought forms that you're holding within you in your internal landscape, which is creating something in your reality that's no longer serving you. And once you shift your energy within your mindset, your beliefs, subconscious programming, your vibration. So you create the new in the reality. And it can be that when you make these changes, you see things fall away or no longer move or work because you're no longer in alignment with you. What does come into your reality is a signal then to you to get to choose to respond, to see what is truly coming from your heart and soul, what feels in resonance with you that you feel guided to answer, to show up for, to pour into, using your creative God source power from within you, in allowing that to emerge from you, that's coming from you in your leadership. There's an activation right now happening in going to your next level, and it can be in this crumbling through periods of chaos or perceived darkness that you activate greater truth and light. And these are the colors of the higher chakras also in coming into them. I had a session here this morning with someone who said that they felt like they were levitating or elevated and floating from the space on the bed, just feeling their elevation, like their vibration rising and just bringing them to a sense of feeling higher again, feeling lightness in the body and how that allows you to elevate. It's also important to ground in the knowing of who you are in wholeness, in totality of being, and how much power you truly hold within you, and how much can be activated and ignited within you in following that pathway, even if it seems unclear, unknown, you don't know where you're going. So back to the story. One day I was in a cafe working on something on my laptop and just got a sense empathically, pick up on things of someone being in tremendous pain, in a lot of sorrow and sadness. And it just hit me. And I was like, ooh, wow. Looked over and saw that person being embraced by somebody else. They were obviously sharing some kind of story or experience. And here comes my little baby. You can say hi to Milo. Okay. And I just felt like, okay, I'm going to leave that she's with somebody. I'm not needing to interfere or do anything and go out and fix the world and all of that kind of thing. But 2 hours later, I happened to be in a supermarket close by, and she was in front of me in the queue and actually let me bypass her to skip over because I only had a couple of items and she was doing a full shop at a full trolley full of things. And as I was purchasing them, I just got this nudge within me, this intuitive hit to suggest giving her my number to ask her for hers and followed it. I mean, to anybody else you might have come across as a complete weirdo who does that. My door is about to slam shut. Sorry. There we go. And excuse me, let me get back on track here. I just followed the call of that and just no inhibition, no holding back. I'm getting this signal, I'm doing it. And she instantly said yes, and just is putting my number into her phone, to which I did have this kind of like a bit like, for real? Really? You're thinking I'm some kind of complete random weirdo. And she said to me later in messages that I just had this sense, this feeling that I was supposed to meet you. And yes, the number was going in. I couldn't explain it. It just overwhelmed me and energy just came into my awareness of like, yes, okay. And she arranged to come see me for an appointment for energy healing. And we had unlocked something. And she went on the path to doing one of my programs and receiving activations. And then it's a year later, she comes to me again for another appointment. And I'm like, oh my God, your energy is like completely different. She's like, first of all, physically half the size she was. She's in a different vibration completely. She's drowning out outside noise. She's focusing on herself. She's feeling like I just want to clear space for a next level. I'm feeling like this initiation come out. And actually, it was the card that she had selected for herself at the end of her session of like, you're being activated into a new level, what we were talking about in the session as being, you're getting the signs, it's all just unfolding. It's when you're just present to the moment, when you're working with the gifts and talents that you have, when you're willing to surrender to the magic and the mystery, when you're just being authentically you and being true to yourself, you're not holding yourself back, you're not inhibited somehow, you're getting guidance or signals and you're just being yourself, how ways can unfold and doors can open and opportunities can just appear out of nowhere. And you're following the mystery and the magic of the flow of life rather than being in resistance or strategizing or thinking in the logical thinking mind, while it can be practical and useful to us also. To constantly be in that state, you're overly in a masculine energy and not following the intuitive, creative inner guidance and that true connection to the God source creativity, the gut and the heart that is the feminine energy, allowing the surrender to that pathway of what wants to emerge from you in your creativity. What I really felt from that person was there was a rising within her, an elevation, and in how she had transcended the vibrations that are the lowest on the scale, the map of this map of consciousness, of shame-based frequency into, fear and stuckness, where there can be analysis paralysis when you're too in your thinking states, and when you feel like you can't even move or take decisions, or you don't know what to do, and you feel a sense of powerlessness, like what's going on here? I don't know what's happening. If you're in that energy with the tower, the crumbling moments, or feeling nothing's moving in your reality, and transcending that into feeling an anger, feeling frustration, like this is not for me, or I'm claiming better than this, I'm worthy of better than this, or I'm annoyed because I've had my truest expression suppressed or denied, or I've blocked it myself, or I've allowed others to do that to me, or I've not gone after my dream and I'm seeing that now and I'm pissed is the word coming to me. It's just going out. And I was saying to her, like, you're in an energy of frustration and anger, and that is beautiful. It is a good thing because it's arising, it's an elevation within your energy, you're activating energy inside of you that is fuel of motivation, of taking action. Because when you're in your fear, you're in stuckness, you're not taking action, you're confused, you're wondering what to do, you're doubting yourself, you're not taking action, you're in analysis paralysis, you're too mental in energy, you feel too swayed and influenced by what's going on in your external reality that affecting you and absorbing it. And when you get a little angry or frustrated, then you can channel that energy as a force in creation, in creativity, in putting it into your art, in allowing an expression to come out, in singing, in letting it feel your workout routine, in how you pour into you, into your self-love, in how you express yourself and how you share your truth. And you can do it through a lens of love, of holding love for yourself and holding love for the expression, rather than feeling like you're spewing fire like a dragon and potentially causing harm, which you may not want to do. So getting clear on that and reading into, how am I truly feeling, and allowing that emotion or state to add to momentum somehow. You activate a power from within you. You activate a whole new level. You activate that shift and potent channeling of that energy within you to be a driving force in your decision making from a place of clarity and power and conviction and certainty, pouring into your creative process, being devotional to the way unfolding and making itself revealed to you, in knowing that the more you surrender to unseen forces and the magic and the mystery, and you do it from a place of surrender and love, not detaching, that you're truly guided along. And the more you go into the unknown, the further along you get taken. And the more magic and of the mystery is revealed to you, and more it's undeniable that you're guided and supported, that you're cared for, that you're cherished, that you're loved, and you feel so much love for the now moment, for the magic, for the connections you can make, for the creativity that you can pour into and express and have it emerge from you, and making the shift from being a consumer in looking and seeking outside of you to being in your life and being in the moment and being present and allowing the unfolding as it comes from you on what is mirrored to you in your reality, choosing to respond from a more evolved, more conscious, more loving, more compassionate, kinder, peaceful, creative version of you that truly brings you happiness and fulfillment. The fulfillment in now and the unfolding of building towards whatever legacy it is that you're creating, knowing that you have the unseen forces, your spirit team and guides working with you and co-creating with you as you lean more into the energy of being the creator, the architect of your reality, driving forward from that God force energy of creation coming from you with enthusiasm, in connectedness, in presence, and in aliveness, and how that truly is the source of your true joy from within you. I'm feeling it even within me right now, that just enthusiasm and aliveness gets sparked, and how you can create these profound connections with people at a soul level that is, to me personally, take it as it resonates for you. It gives you a sense of true meaning. It's like a true meaning of life. It's like I'm in the depths, I'm truly here, I'm truly authentic, I'm being in my authentic expression of myself. I'm witnessing this person be in the fullest authentic expression of themselves in their full humanity, in talking about the totality of everything, and not having to hold anything back, and just being vulnerable and having courage to speak what's really truly in your heart, and to follow what's truly in your heart, and to feel witnessed and celebrated and supported by another in that is absolutely beautiful. I'm so grateful for moments that other people have held space for me when I was in pain, activating more light in me and finding my way, which is a messy process. It can be painful and scary, yet it ultimately returns you to yourself and to your truth and to your essence, to your core, to your heart, and to your joy, and to what you're here to do and create and experience and ignite in others and celebrate it and expand, and to continue to see your inner expansion reflected to you in your reality, and seeing how your rewiring of your subconscious mind, your belief system, and your vibration is mirroring back this magic to you in your reality, and you're seeing this beauty and this wonder and this amazement and this joy and this expansion, and you're believing and believing and believing even more and even more and even more in the unseen and in magic. And the more you start to see how you are an undeniable force, an undeniable force in connection to presence in a now moment, observing and witnessing and utilizing, harnessing that energy and the natural gifts and talents that you have. What is easiest and most natural to you, you may completely bypass or dismiss and not even witness or see or hold space for as magnificent, because it's just so natural to you. It's your greatest gifts are the most natural thing to you that you probably don't even give them attention. And it's these gifts that you can truly share with the world in a way that adds to the abundance of the world, that adds to creating more heaven on earth for you in your life and for everyone in your impact and the ripple effect that you create. And it's also a way that you have a blueprint there. If you get clear on what those natural gifts and talents are, you can monetize on them and believe that the more people with good hearts and this natural magic and gifts to share to add to the abundance of the planet, the wealth of others who are wanting to shift out of scarcity and poverty mindset and whatever that may be, to propel themselves forward and to be a resource for others who may need help, to be part of raising the global consciousness and raising vibrations of the planet. That the more money those people have, the better the world benefits from that. So if you've clicked on this video and you listen to this right here, right now, go monetize your natural gifts and talents even more and be part of igniting that in others, and let it come back to you 10 times, tenfold, 100-fold in monetary value, so that you can improve your impact even more to a whole next level, help even more people, and see the joy and the happiness and the peace and the tranquility and the bliss that gives you in the pure knowing of the reward itself, in you simply being you and being paid to be, as you absolutely deserve to receive more from following the call in your heart and soul of this initiation into greater truth, light, beauty and magic and trusting even more in the unseen. What is your soul speaking to you right here, right now? Are you surrendering to meditation? Are you allowing yourself to come into alignment? Are you focusing on the moments that truly crack your heart open and give you a sense of deep presence and meaning in your life? And to allow yourself to trust that, to follow that, because it's taking you somewhere magical and magnificent. If you'd like to step into a call with me to unlock what that Dharma is, to get more clarity on your path and moving forward in greater boldness and confidence and certainty to truly follow your own magic, I'd like to connect with you. Please do book an empowerment coaching call with me, an energy healing session, or of course, if you'd like to receive activation. So that is ignited from within you, and you connect to that creative energy and source within you that can be a benefit and blessing to us all. Thank you so much for listening. Wishing you a beautiful day and see you in the next one. Let me know if this has resonated. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. All of that again. Appreciate you for being here. See you in the next one.